Hello gamers, Egafor here and welcome to another installment of tips, this time 30 tips for 0.54. As always, the tips in this video are up to date with 0.54 and if you think any of the tips are wrong, just let me know in the comments. Enough talk, let's get to why we're all here, to check out my juicy tips. The V3S now has a cargo variant which will allow 10 people to travel in one V3S when they actually work. 5 cargo V3Ss and 10 original V3Ss spawn per server restart. If you're having trouble shooting the driver of a V3S, aim for the gas tank instead. It takes around 5 or 6 Mosin rounds to destroy a V3S. You can now craft a container from 1 tanned leather. This water pouch holds around 0.5 litres of water. This prison wall on the east side of Prison Island is destructible with 1 grenade, making the front entrance not the only way to get into the prison. Armbands only render at 5 meters while on the very low object detail setting, whereas on the very high object detail setting it's 15 meters. The meat cleaver and hunting knife have finally made it a stable, both of which can be used as a knife and spawn where melee weapons spawn. Suppressors now have set spawn points. The pistol suppressor can be found where the long range scope and pistol attachment spawn. The suppressor east spawns at MI8 helicopter crash sites and long barracks buildings. The NATO suppressor doesn't seem to be spawning yet. If you can't find these, you can now craft an improvised suppressor using 25% duct tape and a PET bottle. It fits on most guns, but only lasts a few shots until it becomes ruined and useless. The PM73 rack and mags happily now spawn where the MP5 spawns. These spawn points are police cars, police stations and the prison island. The MP5 also has some nice new attachments. The MP133 pistol grip shotgun has a weird shadow glitch that can be seen through walls. I'd avoid using this gun entirely until this is fixed. The Trumpet has been added and spawns where other rifles spawn. It takes 11.22 rounds as standard and can be broken into 2 parts for storage. In 0.53, a bayonet for the AK family was added. This AK bayonet spawns now at the long barracks building and it still spawns at MI8 helicopter crash sites. It only attaches to the AKM and AK101 however. A khaki, black, olive and tan M65 jacket was added in 0.53 but didn't seem to be spawning. Now it spawns at helicopter crash sites and is the only chest piece in game to allow 8 slots of storage. The plate carrier vest is now in game, spawning where vests spawn and has 2 attachments, the gun holster and pouch, also spawning where this vest spawns. The plate carrier however doesn't seem to provide any additional protection compared to other vests in game. A new compass has been added but the original compass is still in game, doubling your chances of finding a compass, and compasses now work. To my relief in this patch, matches aren't the only thing that can light fires now, flares can too. Fireplaces sadly can still be used as roadblocks in this patch and running over players will slow your V3S down considerably. Solnichny Quarry, Black Lake, Boar and Devil's Castle has been updated in this patch. Loot is now spawning at Northeast Airfield. You will find mainly civilian loot here, but there's also a chance that a V3S will spawn inside the hangar. The devs have been playing around with animal AI, causing all animals in game to become schizophrenic. Skinning animals now will reward you with bones and lard. Lard doesn't seem to do anything at the moment. These bones can be crafted with a knife into fishing hooks. They can also be added to improvised arrows to make bone arrows. You can randomly find worms while digging for plots, so you can get worms with a pickaxe, and fish fillets still can't be cooked in this patch. New to 0.54 is the ability to plant potatoes and harvest them like other fruits and vegetables. You simply add a potato to a plot to plant it. I'm happy to announce for the first time ever the gas stove now cooks meat. It's a bit buggy, but it does work finally. Disinfectant and alcohol can now be poured into empty containers. Be aware of this when offered a drink. Guns now degrade when fired, with automatics degrading very fast. Keep an eye on the quality level of your gun and use weapon cleaning kits to preserve them. Blood bags now take and give 40% of your blood, and blood and health regen has been reduced by half. Gas pumps in this patch, to my surprise, are now back to normal and explode quite easily again.
Bonus tap!
Even after a cannibal has died, you will continue to twitch. Too spooky. 0.53 was certainly a lot better than 0.54, but that doesn't mean it was a bad patch for content. We've seen some nice new additions in this patch, and we're starting to see balancing take place in DayZ standalone. Before long, spawned food will be minimal, and most of us will be surviving off gathering and hunting mechanics. As these mechanics are refined and take their final form, we should see more focus on bug fixes, which I felt was lacking in this patch. Thank you for watching, don't drink from containers offered to you by players, and I will see you in the next video.